Welcome to Reddit News. Like and subscribe or this will eat your cookies. What are some things that are not scary at 3 p.m. but scary at 3 a.m.? Ice cream truck. That is eerie. There's a creepypasta about this. Just out of curiosity, does Spotify have ice cream truck music? No reason really. Getting a phone call. At that time, it must be bad news. Depends on the day of the week. Sometimes it's a high chance it's just your drunk friend calling to tell you about a rabbit they just found in their garden after having forgot they own a rabbit. This sounds incredibly firsthand. Laughs in night shift. My stomach always drops when I get calls at night because I got called into work during my nights off too many times. The sound of a child laughing. Speak for yourself. Children laughing is terrifying at any time of the day or night. Nah. He's probably just having a good dream. What's terrifying is when your baby starts crying at 3 a.m. after you haven't gotten a good night's sleep in forever, and you're wondering if you'll die from exhaustion before or after getting fired from work. The clothes pile on a chair. Samey. Have you been watching that short YT horror film? Vicious. Open parentheses. Ooh, creepy. Close parentheses. Or that Eddie Murphy early 1980s stand-up routine, especially if you thought you put them away. An open door. I hate open doors, especially when it's dark. Yeah. A lone child sitting in the middle of the neighborhood street, drawing on the pavement with chalk. She never looks up. She just sits there on her knees, leaning over her work, feverishly drawing under the light of the street lamps. Thanks. I hate it. Humming. Any noise from a place you can't see into. Open parentheses. X. Attic. Open closet with no light. Outside. Under the bed. Etc. Close parentheses. Ugh. Makes me so anxious. But then it's just like my dog or something. When, wrong your, laying on a bed and a poster peels from a wall. Terrified at 3 a.m. Not so at 3 p.m. Yeah. Light malfunction. First, the lights will flicker on and off. Next, the phone will ring and there will be nobody there. And finally, the hash-slinging slasher arrives in the ghost of the bus that ran him over. Then he exits the bus and crosses the street without looking both ways because he's already dead. Then he taps on the window with his grisly spatula hand. He opens the door. He slowly approaches the counter. And do you know what he does next? You really want to know? Are you sure you want to know? He gets you. Accidentally leaving a TV on with the sound on very low, so you can see flashing lights and hear what sounds like whispering. Inevitably, that's the night there's an emergency alert system test at 3 a.m. as well. I sleep with my TV on with very low sound almost every day, and I never thought about that. Same. I do it on purpose. Like a white noise machine, and turn the brightness down enough that it doesn't disturb me. People standing under lampposts. A clown in the house. 2016 intensifies. A tornado is very scary either way, but it is much scarier and deadlier at 3 a.m. To add to this, being woken up by a tornado siren at 3 a.m. is pretty unsettling. Not a tornado siren. But I remember from Noos a while ago, residents of a town had an extreme shock. Basically, a curfew was set in place and a truck blaring an alarm would drive around to let people know it's curfew time. The alarm they used was the same as the one from the Purge movies, and it caused a lot of people to freak out. An unexpected knock at your front door. The woods and creek behind my house. Oh my god, that is really creepy. Looking at my alarm clock, realizing it's 3 a.m. I feel like that might be scary at 3 p.m. An Amber Alert. At 3 a.m., I feel like I'm going to get abducted as a 25-year-old. Shower rack falling down. No, that's terrifying at any time. Leaky toilet filling by itself. My anxious responsibilities that I only ever think about at 3 in the morning. Samey. School bell. Oop. The stretch of floor from the light switch to your bed. Walking to the bathroom. When you heard noises from the hallway, then you have the sudden urge to pee, and you don't have a bathroom connected to your bedroom. OMG, that is oddly specific but true-y. A mockingbird. They're pretty and interesting critters during the day. At night their song is just creepy. I heard one piping away at 2 a.m. the other night. It was pitch black, foggy, and dead silent except for the echo of this mockingbird singing his heart out. What was worse was he kept throwing in other bird calls, so I also got to enjoy the piercing cry of crows, jays, robins, and many others, all drifting to me in the fog. It felt like some sound effect or something. Didn't feel like it was real or even there. I kind of thought it was in my head for a second. But the dog was just as confused. It sounds beautiful, eerie, and fascinating. Digging a hole. I hired a guy that worked nights to dig a trench in my backyard for power to my garage. Needless to say, the neighbors were very creeped out. The clothes in the corner of your room. The sound they make is also unnerving. Dolls. I'm 60 plus, and I still have to get up at night sometimes and turn one that's staring at me too hard to face the wall. If I'm really spooked, it goes into the closet. Shh! Don't open the closet to put a doll in. You don't want them getting any ideas from the demons in there. True. The mirror in my room paired with the pile of clothes. When you go downstairs to get water, and when you turn the lights off, you book it back upstairs and into your bed. Like if there was a demon chasing you, he can't kill you if you're in your bed. The pitch black void of a person under my bed, looking out a window. At night you never know if something will pop up or your reflection will change. I used to have a shelf above my bed with these old antique dolls, and one night I woke up because one of them fell on top of me. An empty room. Yeah. Windows. My office/study room is on the first floor of my 2-story house. The room I sleep in is upstairs. We have a lot of windows in my house and I have to walk past a few of them just to get to the stairs. It's all fine and dandy when it's sunny out, but at 3 a.m. you best bet I'm looking at my feet the whole way going up. Baggy sweater/jacket hanging on the door. Note: one time, the shadow formed a witch's face. The toilet flushing. Footsteps. Getting out of the bedroom. My sister sometimes sleeps with a little blanket and does this sound. M. I was terrified at 3 a.m. That stack of clothes in your room. It's terrifying believing there's someone there in your room staring at you. Ghost vids, no doubt. Seeing a white van outside your house. Someone knocking on the front door or ringing the doorbell. Perfectly normal at 3 p.m. Definitely not normal at 3 a.m. Sometimes I'll have auditory hallucinations. Open parentheses. Nothing really bad though. Close parentheses. And let me tell you, it is far scarier to hear someone whisper your name at 3 a.m. than 3 p.m. The heaters in the ceiling that sound like someone is walking around in the attic. Shadows downstairs. Bathroom or washroom. Loud snores. Open parentheses. I live alone. Close parentheses. Vacuum cleaners. The streets being heavily populated with cars and people all going in one direction, and they are not laughing or crying, but just trying to keep up. Hearing footsteps around the house when the only people in your house are fast asleep, or if you still live with your parents. Walking around the house in general. An open window in your room cause it's hot out. Once I saw 3 ghosts roaming in the living room, open parentheses, where I used to sleep back then. Close parentheses. At 3 a.m. after using the bathroom, I was more shocked than scared though. OMG. I mean, at least they chill ghosts. Thinking negative thoughts about the future. I couldn't sleep last night because I was basically tormenting myself with thoughts of a future where nothing works out. I finally managed sleeping, although I had nightmare after nightmare. Woke up this morning to see the last website I visited on my phone. 20 questions to ask yourself if you feel like giving up. I guess I had Googled. I just want to give up on life. While I had insomnia and clicked on one of the top links, I'd had no memory of this before seeing that site on my phone. I woke up this morning feeling fine. In the daylight, I'm able to dismiss negative thoughts, but in the dark, sometimes they overpower me. Same though. Ask Reddit horror questions. Pizza delivery. In my country, it's the exact opposite. At 3 a.m., their service stops until 6. Then, they deliver until 4. I just kidding. Actually, but it would be scary if it was a thing. A random child knocking on your door and asking if you can come out and play, especially black-eyed children. If a random child with pure black eyes has somehow entered your house and is standing in your doorway, I think you may be equally as scared during the day. True, but at night? Them at the door or just beyond what your peephole can see. How many? Just one? Or more? Clock ticking. The neighbors across the street pulling into their driveway. At 3 a.m., the red light from the taillights flood into the house. Looks like an alien abduction. The monsters underneath the bed that will grap you unless you're covered by a blanket. The blanket is safe for some reason. XD. The sun. Ads on YouTube videos. Especially ones designed to help you sleep, and then suddenly, who likes having soft hair? You do, so buy our conditioner. Being at school. Lol.